Great plays. He looks very composed, I think.
Oh, sorry.
And yeah, so sometimes I feel like he tries a little too hard. He's in that right zone right now, and he looks awesome. And physical, defensively, penalty killing. He's been amazing. And yeah, the whole line's been amazing.
Thank you so much.
Okay, what would it mean if Gabe were to return tonight? How big a boost would that be for this club?
That'd be great. Obviously, long awaited. It's definitely enjoy his return, and I know he's feeling good. So we'll see. We'll see if he comes in.
Can you speak to the significance of playing playoff hockey on your home ice?
Yeah, I mean we didn't play well at home last year, so hopefully this year we do. It's good when you're rolling. You want to keep the crowd happy, but it's our job to just try to win this game any way we can. But yeah, hopefully we can use that crowd to our advantage.
Nate, now that you've had time to look at tape from game 2, what key areas do you want to see changes made in for game 3?
Not a ton. We played 2 good periods. The third, they got rolling. Maybe a little more composure on our breakouts, but overall, nothing too crazy to change. Hopefully we just play a little bit better in the third. I mean, obviously the first 2 as well, but if we could go back, it'd just be the third we could fix.
Thanks so much, Nate.
Tonight, what would that mean? Can you speculate on what the energy might be like in the building if he does play?
Yeah, the lift for our group would be unbelievable, and fans as well. I think the whole place would probably pop off if tonight's the night. So whenever the time comes, we're all looking forward to it. Obviously, huge leader, big focal point of our team over the last however long he's been here, and it'd be significant to get him back.
How can you guys capitalize on the energy maybe he brings, or just the playoff energy that the fans will bring tonight?
Absolutely, yeah. Coming home, momentum swings are that much easier when you have the fans behind you. You feel the buzz in the building, feel the energy. So it's on us to get off to a good start and respond well to the fans and give them something to cheer about throughout the night, and hopefully just carry it over.
They talked about the importance of holding court at home. Is that a focus tonight that you guys want to get out to a good start here as you open up the home portion of the postseason?
Absolutely, yeah. We feel as though we maybe weren't as good of a home team this year as we would have liked, but coming into playoffs, it's a clean slate, and it's on us to have a really strong start, use our skating to our advantage, use the high altitude to our advantage that we're used to, and then get the fans really involved throughout the game.
Fourth line from both teams in the last game really showed out. Is there a conversation that you've had with your line mates to just kind of keep things the same that you did last game in game 3?
Yeah, just try and be super predictable to ourselves. I think that's the biggest facet of our line is predictability. It makes it easier on all of us to make plays knowing where each other's going to be, and I think it goes to show the depth of this series between each team. There's 4 contributions, so we just have to continue to keep doing the same thing. I think it starts with our skating and our defending abilities to get in our zone quickly, breaking pucks out, and then spend more time in the offensive zone.
We haven't had a chance to talk to Gabe. What have you seen in terms of emotions? If he returns tonight, I got to believe he's going to be chomping at the bit to hit the ice.
For sure. I mean, the countdown's been on for a long time now. I think, it's obviously become more realistic over the past month here that a return is imminent, and tons of excitement from him. I'm sure whenever the time comes, he's going to have a lot of nerves as well. So last game, he was there for warm-ups, and just having his presence around, his leadership vocally is huge. Just little tidbits here and there that are definitely influential for guys to hear from someone like him.
Thank you.
Two that you'd like to bring to game 3?
I feel like even in game 2, I feel like we all liked our first couple periods. I think we just lacked a little bit of intensity maybe in the third in our game plan, and for us, we just got to bring that same mindset every single period.
Cale, I know we've exhausted the topic at this point, but it seems like Gabe Landeskog can make his return to the lineup tonight. Just how excited are you for that possibility?
Yeah, we'll see. Obviously, he's looking good, so we'll see where things go, but for him, I know it's going to be a huge night when he does play, and it's going to be really exciting for us to have him back in the room and have the captain back doing his thing.
The significance of playing in Ball Arena in the playoffs is?
It's very significant. It's tough to kind of speak on how much the home ice means in playoffs, how much the ice momentum swings for me, and you definitely have to take advantage of that. And we get such a great crowd here, so it should be an exciting one tonight.
Now that you've had time to kind of digest film from Game 2, what are some key areas that you'd like to see improvement on for Game 3?
Again, just focus on ourselves, make sure that we tighten things up. I think we gave them quite a few chances last game throughout the game, so we got to make sure that we're working as a unit and tightening things up a little bit.
Well, Charlie, now that you guys have had time to kind of digest Games 1 and 2, what adjustments do you want to see from Game 2 to 3?
There's definitely some things we can tighten up, no matter if you win or lose. This game never goes perfect, right? So, there's things you can clean up. I think defensively, just sorting things out, making sure, whoever's first back in the zone, you're the low guy, the other two guys are stopping in the house, and just little things like that. And it's hard to play against us when we do that way, really buy into the defensive side of it like that. And then we're going to play with the puck, they're going to turn it over, or we'll win a battle, get it out, and we'll spend more time down their end. So I think just buying a little more defensively like that, tightening some things up. We're not too far off, but getting better there is, I think we're going to get more offense down the other end. It's going to be, it's going to pay off for us.
Bednar talked a little bit about mixing up the lines to try to get something more out of guys. What's the benefit that you see in that?
It can have a little spark. You try to gain chemistry as quickly as you can. Maybe there's guys you haven't played with before. Maybe it's been a few games. Maybe, I don't know, guys you've played in the past. Whatever the case is, you try to make the most of it. And I think at first, you just keep your game very simple. Everyone kind of gets into it. You feel each other out, and then you make your plays when they're there. But I think that's the biggest thing. I think everyone's a pretty good player in this locker room. It doesn't really matter who's playing with who. We should be playing the right way every time, especially playoff time, to limit our turnovers. And that's how I think you gain that chemistry when you play with the puck more. You forecheck, and you buy into that. That usually helps out.
How was it skating with Gabe out there for morning skate?
It was nice. It's exciting. It's always great to see him make strides and improve and get closer and closer. And it's you're just excited for him, for us, and it's a great thing to see. And especially just putting in a few goals there at the end too, and it seems like that's normal again. That's how it should be.
Where would he bring to the lineup when he's in? How hammered would everybody in here be?
I mean, I could only envision the crowd out there and what they would think. And but you know what? Whoever's going, whatever the lineup ends up being, we gotta make the most of it. And but of course, whenever he plays, it's going to be an exciting feeling, and the crowd will be definitely behind us even more so than they are now.
Charlie, is there anything in your game that you've changed in these last two games, seeing what Dallas is bringing?
Me personally, the team?
You personally?
I just try to play the way I know how. Kind of what I touched on as a whole, as a line. Everyone's a little different, but you got to play the same type of game where you're taking care of the puck, you're supporting each other. There's a lot of talk out there, so I think you can always do more of that. Whatever the shift calls for, if they scored a goal or they had a long shift in our zone, what do we got to go out there if I'm that next line to go out and do a job, put it behind them, and gain some momentum back. So just kind of being more aware of the situations of the game and making sure that you're doing the job at hand.
You have a lot of playoff experience, just knowing that you split the series in Dallas, get one on the road. Whenever you're coming back home, how much of a calming effect can that have, just knowing that you at least got one on the road?
It's huge. That's what you set out to do, is to grab one. And then you think of it, it's basically a 0-0 series right now. It's a best of 5 and we have home ice, right? So it's all perspective, how you look at it. But you get one on the road, that's huge. You come back home. Playing in front of home crowd, we're excited to be in this building again. We love playing here, and we know what the crowd brings. And it's so exciting how loud they are, and they understand the game and what each situation calls for. And those are the type of buildings you want to play in, and so we're pumped to be here.
Charlie, with this being your first playoff game here, you experienced the regular season. Do you have any idea how it's going to be tonight?
I've played against these guys in the past years ago. Feels like a long time ago. So being on the opposite side, There's some pretty good energy in this building. I remember it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun being the opposite end of things. So to be on the same page, same team as these guys, all these fans will be top notch. Like I'm pretty excited for it. We know what they're going to bring. I've seen it before. I think they've only got better and better each year too. So it's going to be an atmosphere.
Charlie, just the chance to share the ice maybe with Gabe Landeskog tonight, is that something that you've thought about or maybe are anticipating?
Yeah, of course everyone thinks about it because you want the best for everyone. You want everyone healthy. We want everyone to play, right? And he's no exception. You kind of see the road he's been on and what he's done to try to get back here. So of course that would be very exciting. But whatever lineup we have is. We have so many guys who can play here, guys who aren't going to be playing tonight, who can easily be in and are going to play a part down the road. And I think our depth is so crucial for us. And Gabe's a part of that right now. He hasn't played, but when he does, yeah, it's going to be something special. And we're all going to be pumped to have a great player, a great person, and a great leader.
Does it make you kind of appreciate a little more of what you're able to do? I mean, you see him smiling out there even in practice. He seems to just thoroughly enjoy being around you guys.
As I've known him for a couple months now. Seems like he's never had a bad day. Like he's just always